My screen is not there. Give me a second, guys. Let me see. Okay, we should be good now. So I'm gonna just do a midweek analysis quickly, and yeah, this won't be a very long live stream. Hello. Oh, cool that we have people here. I thought that I was gonna be alone. Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you? I hope you can hear me well because I'm outside and there are some motorbikes from time to time passing by. But yeah, let me start with the analysis straight away. And if there are people on the live stream, I might talk a little bit later. So I don't know how many of you have watched my weekly outlook from Sunday. I was live on Sunday and I mentioned that we have a SMT divergence between DXY and Euro, and I mentioned that I will either expect this zone here, this order block, to just push price lower, or if that doesn't happen, I mentioned that I will be expecting for DXY to retrace, and from there we'll see if price will respect this point of interest to continue lower and target the sell side liquidity that we have here, or we're going to continue keep going in the direction of the higher time frame, and the direction of the higher time frame is upwards. So just to take a quick look at the higher time frame, as we can see, price has been creating higher highs and higher lows. The last low that created the high was this one, and this is where exactly where the S&T divergence happened between Euro and DXY. So if we look at Euro already liquidated this Euro already liquidated this high. If I mean, yeah, let me just show you. The best is to show. So this is the last lower high that created the lower low on Euro, and this lower high has been already liquidated, but DXY did not liquidate the higher low that created the higher high. So this is creating an S&T divergence. And what does an S&T divergence mean? This means that we might see a reversal, or we might see price dropping from here for Euro, because we already took a significant buy side liquidity pull, so we might just continue dropping lower respecting the higher time frame, or it might just mean that we're gonna see some form of retracement and then continuation on the downside. So yeah, we know that once we get a significant buy side liquidity pool liquidated or sell side liquidity pool, the price will go for the opposite liquidity pool. Or once we take buy side, we go for sell side. Once we take sell side, we go for buy side. And this buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity is either in a form of swing highs and swing lows, or in a form of imbalances or fair value gaps, however you want to call them. So as of now, price has not been very interesting at the first half of the week. We know that for tomorrow we have high impact news both for the pound and for the Euro. So we have PMI, and we have PMI for Euro, we have PMI for the pound, and then we have PMI even for the dollar. And today, okay, I see that today we just had CPI for, okay, yeah, I just saw that we had CPI for pound dollar, but yeah, we can see that it pushed price higher. So if you have been watching my streams, I mentioned already for the pound that this balanced price range, I do expect it to act as support, and this is definitely kind of like confirming now, because last month's price closed above this range and now we see this bullish move. So I definitely expect to see the pound moving higher. That's not the exact scenario that we have on euro, but if we also look at the internal structure here, we can see that we had a market structure break here, and then we had another market structure break here. So this can be also price going for some form of buy side liquidity and then respecting hold this order block that we have here. And let me also mark the 50% of this order block. So we might be just going there and then retrace lower. But for me, like according to the higher time frame and according to the order flow that I see here, it looks like the pound will continue higher. But we never know. That's why we have to just watch price and act accordingly, and like see what price wants to tell us, not to force what we believe will happen. So with the news, we pushed higher. So let me just check. Okay, we have a balanced price range there. And the order flow for the pound is still bullish. I mentioned on Sunday that I would like to see price respecting this fair value gap, and that's exactly what happened. I was even expecting to see a little bit deeper retracement so that I could look for a buy opportunity, but we never got this deeper retracement. Price just liquidated this internal trend line yesterday, and then we saw a bullish move. But that's not the case with euro. But I just feel that I'm jumping here and there. So let me just break down DXY first, and then I'll go through euro and pound, and then mention the correlation and the difference between the two. Hello, Chino. Yeah, I've been staying here. It's the same place. I've been here for a month. It's a nice place. I really like it. Okay, so let me go back to DXY. So what is currently happening is, yes, we have the SMT divergence. What's that? I hope my internet is not gonna stop anytime, because I'm hearing the sign for the electricity. Here in Asia, you pay electricity like on a top-up token. So the place where the router is giving me a sign that the electricity is about to run out. So I hope it won't happen now during the live stream. But let me just go through the analysis, and I hope it doesn't happen before I finish. So what I mentioned is, yes, we have this point of interest here that managed to push price higher, and if we check like the whole move that was responsible for the last lower low, this was the move. So we are still in discount, and as we can see, since we didn't see a significant reaction, we did see some form of reaction from this zone, but not a significant reaction, and we created liquidity both on the downside and the upside. So looking at this, I will definitely not look for sells from here anymore. Like the things that I'm interested in is to I would like to see when we have like liquidity formed this way, we usually see liquidation on one side, and once we liquidate one side, price goes for the opposite side. And in this case, what I would like more is seeing price first liquidating the buy side liquidity and then coming into this point of interest that liquidated these swing highs that we have here. That's why this point of interest is a good, or order block is a good one. Like if I go to lower time frames, maybe it looks better. No, it's the same. But yeah, this point of interest is something that I'm interested in. So if I see price first liquidating, maybe like, let me just show you by drawing. So price might just do this. It might take yesterday's low and potentially Monday's low, or it's completely enough with yesterday's low. With that, we're gonna liquidate one side, trap people that are gonna think, okay, we're breaking lower, and then go higher and liquidate even the opposite side. Or it might first go on the opposite side, liquidate buy side. But if it goes on the opposite side, I would not just like to look for sells from here. Why? Because we are still in discount and we have liquidity, curved liquidity sitting here. So the only point of interest from which I would like to sell is this one here or this one here. As long as we're below this zone, I'm gonna be looking for long positions. Hello. So yes, this is my view on DXY at the moment. So I would say that I think that the major move will happen tomorrow with the high impact news that we have for euro and for pound dollar. And as you can see all the arrows here, like I've been explaining to my community like what are the possible scenarios that might happen here. So if we see price going higher, we might see if price wants to continue to take this sell side liquidity on a higher time frame, I would say price should respect either this zone or this zone here and then continue lower. Or we might just see price coming, retracing into this zone here, and then continuing higher if price wants to respect the higher time frame order flow. Then from here, let me take a look at euro. For euro, we have a similar scenario. We build liquidity both on the upside and the downside. So I would anticipate to see first one side liquidated and then price going on the opposite side. Since we took this major buy side liquidity pool, I would like more to look for short opportunities after seeing buy side liquidity being taken. We can see that we also have an institutional level here. So a great scenario would be price coming, taking this buy side liquidity, respecting this institutional level, and then shifting order flow into bearish, and then I will look for short opportunities targeting the this sell side liquidity that we have here, or this sell side liquidity that is already like this is the closest sell side liquidity pool that we have. But currently I'm not interested in anything as long as price is just in this range. I have been looking for an opportunity here, but let me drop on a lower time frame. So if you were on the live stream on Sunday, I mentioned that I would be looking for an opportunity once price reaches this balanced price range, but this happened before London Open yesterday. So because of that, I didn't take any trades, and since I saw this internal liquidity being taken, I was not interested anymore in looking for like I could definitely look into something here, but I just didn't like the price action and the time. So looks like if I look at the structure here, So it seems like we're just taking Asia low, so we might go higher for this liquidity, which might happen today. Today we might be targeting this buy side liquidity, and once we target this buy side liquidity, price might consolidate, and tomorrow with the news we might see the order flow shift to the downside. So this is for euro dollar, and then pound dollar. With the news we saw the spike on the upside, and yeah, I would say the order flow is still very bullish on the pound. So if we get an order flow shift tomorrow with the news, then I will be interested for short opportunities. But for now, I would be only, I see only bullish PD arrays, and the only zone that is interesting is this one here that liquidated the previous trendline liquidity, but it's very messy. It's too messy price action. And now we have this bullish candle on the 15 minutes, so I'm not really interested into this. But if we want to see an order flow shift, I would like to see this low being broken. We took the equal highs and significant buy side liquidity pool, so let's see if this balanced price range that we have here will push price lower. If we look at the overall move, like if we look at the daily, like this is a whole move. So if we get a retracement, I would definitely anticipate price respecting, like coming and testing this fair value gap or this order block here and then continuing higher. That's my opinion for the pound, keeping in mind how the monthly chart looks and the weekly chart looks with the balanced price range that we have here and how price has been closing. And also, like if you look at the order flow, we see a nice clean bullish delivery the past few days and the past week. So that's pretty much it. Like, I know, guys, I I didn't announce to my neighbors that I'm doing a live stream here. Okay, have you traded something? Price has been like euro dollar and pound dollar have been very boring lately. Let me see. I completely forgot about CPI for pound dollar today. But if we look at the structure, we can see that this low is still respected. Price created uh, another balanced price range here, and it has been respecting it so far. So that's why I'm expecting to see a bullish move first that will target this trendline liquidity. I might look for an opportunity here actually. Let me see the lower time frame. We have this break, retracement, another break. Oh no, it's no, it's not a high probability. It's definitely not a high probability trade, so I'd rather stay away. Because this is the last kind of major move. So price might just come to here and then drop lower. That's why I'm not gonna be looking for anything in while we are in this range. Yeah, definitely horrible price action. Really, like, no opportunities at all. Nothing is really high probability. May has been really slow. I mean, nothing's not slow, but not many opportunities. I haven't seen many opportunities. Price has been moving, but I didn't really get my setups to be able to be involved in different moves. Otherwise, we've been bullish on May. Like, if I start from May 1st, we have been bullish all the time. But the timing of the trades was not the best. Most of the moves are just happening prior news, and if you don't want to risk trading news, you're just out of the market. Is there anyone who is trading other instruments? Have you found it as difficult as Forex in terms of like spotting opportunities, or how does it look there? Gold has been just going up and up and up all the time. We're still bullish. We created another all-time high, and we are creating another liquidity, but we do have a lot of sell side, but the order flow is still bullish. So until order flow shifts, I wouldn't be looking for any sells on gold. The last point of interest is here, so price is creating this trendline liquidity on the upside, so I'm not gonna be surprised if we see something like this or this. But if this happens, like, yeah, if we see price coming to the lower point of interest and possibly like breaking from there, then we might start seeing an order flow shift. But as long as price respects like this point of interest and this point of interest, this one is a breaker block, this one is the origin block that caused the last move on the upside. As long as we see those zones being respected, we're gonna just continue higher. For people that are trading gold, they just have to wait for price to, they just have to buy and sit on their hands. Here, it's a mistake if you're trying to catch the top, because we don't know where the top is. Yeah, nothing much to say, to be honest. Very boring. I hope you're using your time wisely and not trying to force trades and waste your mental capital. Okay, interesting. Oh, you are executing on 30 seconds. Okay, then it's not a surprise. I don't know if scalpers are finding these conditions on euro and pound easy for trading, because I would not go on 30 seconds chart. I don't, at least my schedule is not allowing me to do that, and the internet connection here is not the best, so I'm not gonna risk going on 30 seconds and scalping. Okay, so it seems like Nasdaq is giving opportunities. So I might have to look into indices. But Nasdaq must be moving in New York session, not now, not in London. Okay, guys, it's been almost 30 minutes, so I'm gonna round the stream up here. Unless you want me to check another pair, but I don't think that there is anything interesting anywhere at the moment. Like, hold this, if we look at the higher time frame, we've had a very we're in consolidation. Price is approaching equilibrium, and whenever we are in equilibrium, we see this consolidation. And it definitely, for me, definitely feels like if I don't get involved in trades during news, that I'm not gonna see many opportunities. Price has been moving only prior news, high impact news events. Okay, I'm going to enjoy the sun. I hope you're gonna have a great day, and yeah, trade safe, and keep in mind that we have high impact news tomorrow, so don't lose your accounts. Thank you so much for joining, and see ya most probably Sunday. I will definitely do a Sunday weekly outlook, but if I'm able to go live tomorrow during the news, I'll do that as well. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you soon again.